Hi everybody! Today I want to make a tutorial on how you can make mid-crunchy bass like this. So, first thing that I want to show you is that I started with this Serum. The note is D diesis 0. The sound that we have here is very simple. Let's see the patch. The patch is made with a square wave and LFO1 with a rate of half bar. It modulates a bit the cutoff of the filter and is making basically this thing. Okay. In the effects, there's nothing. I create this patch to resample it and reuse for another patch of Serum. The second step is making a noise patch. It's made with two instances of Serum. The first one had this noise oscillator with higher cam3, pitched up a bit, and the second one have this organic shush one, okay, pitched up also this one, and I panned both value of 20 on the left and one with a value of 20 on the right. For create this instrument rack, the thing is pretty simple. You load Serum and you press Ctrl or Command G and you create an instrument rack, or you can click with the right button of the mouse and click group, and it's the same thing. Now by open this menu you can create a chain. This is the first chain we can create or duplicate it, and so we have two instances of Serum. We can create another, the third or fourth instance as you want. When we have these two patches, the sub and the noise, I resampled it, and this is the noise, and this is the patches with the simple bass that we see over here. Then we go in creating the real bass. This is the first one. Open up Serum. Let's see how I made it. So we have a sub oscillator. The noise is the one that we created before. You can drag and drop here. We have the oscillator app that is made with the wave table generated from the bass that we resampled before. Let's see if I remember how I made it. I delete the first wave and I keep 16 wave tables here, so I delete from 17 to the end, remove multi selection, that we apply morph crossfade, and here we go, we have our wave table. Come back to the original that I made before. So let's see how I modulate all the thing here. We delete everything. We have a filter. The filter is modulated from this LFO3 half bar, and it's modulated basically is going down with the frequency, the cutoff of the frequencies, and is going up with the mix of the filter. So at this point I use LFO1. Also here we have envelope mode and the rate of half bar, and we modulate the wavetable position. So basically our sounds make this movement. With LFO2 Also, this one set to envelope mode. We modulate the amplitude of the oscillator A and the amplitude of the noise, amplitude of sub-oscillator. So at this point we have this sound. It's totally different from the final stage. We apply some effects like dimension expander. The hyper section is turned off to 0%. We have a bit of dimension expander to 15% with the size of 10%. I like to apply this stereo kind of effects before distorting the sound. Another stereo effects that I apply is the chorus, and we have this result. We apply a distortion. This is the main thing of the bass. I love distortion, this setting, the odd one, and drive up to 15%, mix all the way up to 100%. And we have resampled it to this channel. So this is. Then from this sample I load it to this instance of Serum, okay, and I do it like this. I show you. We loaded the resampled bass that we have before, but for doing it I entered a formula here. The formula is easy, it's D diesis 0. So Serum calculate how to cut the waveform into this segment. So I upload it here and I delete from 27 to the final one. I remove all, and the same for the first one. I remove the first one. Okay, so I have these 25 wave tables and I apply morph crossfade. So we have this modulation here. For the oscillator B, I copy this one. You can go to the menu and copy oscillator A to B, or copy oscillator A to B with modulation. Come back to the original one that I made before the video, and yeah, let's see the modulation here. We deactivate all the effects. We leave only the reverb. So we have the first oscillator and the second oscillator. The second oscillator is turned up 1 octave. Let's see the modulation. LFO1 is set to envelope mode, is going up, and basically if move the wavetable position of the two oscillator. This one is going to do this movement, and this one is going to do this movement. LFO2, like in the first patch that we see before, is going to modulate the amplitude level of the oscillator. Half bar envelope mode. And at this stage we have this sound. Then we apply a bit of dimension expander, like before, a bit of chorus, and the distortion. In this case the note is a bit different. We have I forgive one thing, that is the mono legato here and the portamento to 58 milliseconds. We start from F diesis 0, and in a very small amount of time it starts also D diesis, and we apply this kind of note. Then we go to F0 and basically we have this sound. A bit of tremolo in the pitch. Okay, so we have these two bass and they are crunchy. What I do down here is I made this thing because I like how the first bass patch interact with the kick of the drums. So the first kick is here. I basically copy this part, I paste here, and I create a fade to blend together the two samples. We have something like this two is for the intro that I made a bit of modulation. And I add a bit of sub down here, and this is the wall bass. Well, I hope you liked the video, and this is all.